a gutsy decision by Joe Gibbs, and you always wonder about that, but it worked for him. So now you go to the next step. Now you look ahead. Now you got that first down. Now you get to keep the ball. Now it's what you do with it.
2nd and 7. Redskin football at their own 29. Clock running at 5:58 left to play. Dallas up by 6. Clark was the man in motion. Too Tall Jones almost beat his man, did, and now Jeffcoat chases Theismann and gets him down. 4 sacks. Give an assist to Too Tall Jones, who made Theismann go that way, and to Jeffcoat, who got him down.
Well, that's what you call flush, and what Too Tall did from the left of the screen, he's going to flush Theismann out. He trips a little right there. He sees him now as he's trying to throw, brings the ball down, then he's flushed out to the left side, and that's where Jim Jeffcoat is. You talk about the drama, going for it on 4th down and then coming up and losing the yardage back. Now you're 3rd and 12.
Jim Jeffcoat, by the way, Dallas has 4 sacks. Jeffcoat has them all. 3rd down, 12. Griffin in the backfield. Theismann gets away from Randy White. Ball is batted away from Gary Clark. Ron Fellows again at the right place, right time. Randy White had a shot at Theismann. He's disgusted with himself, but Fellows, another outstanding play.
I don't know how Theismann got away from Randy White to throw this ball out here to Gary Clark, but that was really a pretty good throw. Clark should have had that ball. Watch the rush, and we see Randy White starting to the outside. Watch him here. Theismann just does a spinner on him, steps out of Randy White, and throws it through at Too Tall Jones somehow.
And now Steve Cox does have to punt. Bill Bates back deep for the Cowboys. Another good kick. Bates all the way back to his own 26. Dodges one man. Gets away from another. Not the rest of them, though. Walmsley and the rest of his special team group, led by Rich Malott, down there in a hurry. 51-yard punt by Steve Cox. A return of 6. They net 45. Just running down some of today's scores. The Bears remain unbeaten, 24-3. Green Bay over Minnesota, 27-17. Cincinnati, 27-10 over Cleveland. Buffalo shut out Houston, 20-zip. Seattle, 27. New Orleans, 3. Philadelphia in overtime over Atlanta, 23-17. Tough year for the Falcons. New England, 34. Indianapolis, 15. Tampa Bay gets in the win column, finally shutting out St. Louis. Pittsburgh beat Kansas City, and the Giants beat the Rams. Danny White, first down, Cowboys, their own 32. Throwing, surprising. Tony Hill makes one man miss, but Mel Kaufman doesn't. Brings him down. Injured Redskin looks like Curtis Jordan.
That was that little quick pass that you throw, a 3-step drop, throw it out there to Tony Hill. It's a safe pass, and you just have some of those passes like that that you use in lieu of runs.
Tony Hill has caught 6 passes today. He already led the NFL in reception. He caught 6 today. He has caught 6 today for 119 yards. So a good day for Thrill Hill. Nothing doing there. Dorsett, Dean Hamill, Dexter Manley, both there. Those games are still in progress. Marino and the Miami Dolphins lead the Jets 14-10. That's also in the 4th quarter. Raiders and San Diego tied at 27 apiece. 3rd and 8 at RFK. Dexter Manley encourages the crowd to be more vocal. 3.5 minutes left to play, and the Cowboys leading 13-7. Clock really running the 30-second clock. They do get it off. Right to Hill. And they'll move those chains. First down, Dallas. 7 catches, a gain of 17. First down, Cowboys.
And that was one of Danny White's big completions here, 3rd down. You know, had this been incomplete, of course, the Redskins would get the ball back. Now the Cowboys have the ball first down, and they're at midfield.
Remember, the Redskins used one of their timeouts to make that decision to go for it, so they only have 2 left. Cowboys have all 3 of theirs. Clock running at 2:52 left to play. Dallas 13, Washington 7. Newsom is the wide receiver to the right. They give him a draw play to Dorsett, and he crashes down to about the Redskin 40 before Curtis Jordan trips him up. A gain of 9 for Tony.
See what happened to the Redskins? The fact that they didn't take did take a timeout, then that means that they still get to use the 2-minute warning as a timeout. So they'll still have a package of 3, but the first thing they have to do is get this Cowboy offense stopped.
The measure for the first down, they gave Dorsett 9. He's a foot. A short foot, if there is such a thing. Short of the first down. Next to Manley's measurements are not necessarily accurate. Dave Butts just limped off to the side of the field. They've lost already Darrell in his place. Connor Beasley. 2nd and 1. Dorsett is about 9 yards back to White. Newsom, who was closer to him, got the handoff and got the first down before Rich Malott made the stop. That's the 2-minute warning. Dallas 13, Redskins 7. It's been a classic battle, just as we expected.
They have not been getting that much heat on it past week.
At Russ Grimm, the all-pro guard for the Redskins, over on their sideline, and his adversary on the other side, Randy White.
They've had quite a battle. You know, it's funny. You know how tough guys always laugh when I ask Russ Grimm, you know, how is it to play Danny White? What's it like? He just... And then last night we asked Randy White, what's it like to play against Russ Grimm? And he goes, that's all they answer. They just go,
one of the best.
Yeah. You don't even have to talk about that. Don't ask that question.
Cowboys have no turnovers today. That's been a factor. This is Newsom. He hammers down to about the 32. Over the years in this rivalry between the Redskins and the Cowboys, a sweep, one team winning both, has been rare.
You know, it's also interesting, as you said earlier, what Danny White said last night. He said, when you're a Cowboy, said the most exciting thing and the biggest thing that can happen to you is to beat the Redskins in RFK. He said these fans, he said, are the toughest fans that you ever have to play against. He said he felt over the years that they're the same people here and in San Francisco, that they just take this group when the Cowboys play here and they bring them in RFK Stadium. And when the Cowboys play out in San Francisco, they take the same group and boom, put them in Candlestick Park.
It does seem like it, doesn't it? This is RFK, and tonight on CBS, this is the lineup. 60 minutes.
In the Cowboys or what?
I would think so. I would think so.
I wonder who they'd root for.
Britain.
Cowboys are supposed to be America's team.
Newsom got the handoff, was hammered right at the line of scrimmage by Curtis Jordan. 1:50 now left to play.
Hey, this is a frustrating situation.
They're making that decision right now. By the way, this telecast is presented by the authority of the National Football League, is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Washington Redskins.
The Redskins could not only stop him, but throw him for a loss. They could knock him out of field goal position. So I'd anticipate some form of blitz here.
Tony Hill comes wide to the left, faced by Darrell Green. Looks like a blitz is coming. And Danny White takes some time to read it, or try to. Gives to Dorsett, and Dorsett is hammered. Right at the line of scrimmage. Vernon Dean was the first man there, and now they have to make that decision you were talking about.
And that's what the Redskins were thinking about. You see Vernon Dean up there in the backfield. He penetrates. They were trying to trap in the middle, but the Redskins got 4 or 5 white jerseys into the backfield, and they knocked them for that loss that they had to.
Saxon is in, so they have made the decision to punt. Clock is still running with now 1 minute and 18 seconds left. Remember, the Redskins have no timeouts.
And in this situation, the Cowboys can take the penalty if they're going to punt, because Saxon would just as soon punt that ball with the penalty.
That's what they're going to do. Actually, he probably would rather punt it from a little bit further out. They'll let that 30-second clock run out. Run it down to less than a minute now, 52 seconds left to play. And that's the end of the 30-second clock. Now, you know, people forget, I think, John, how much pressure is on the person who snaps the ball to the punter, and that's Rafferty in this case.
Well, that's the thing. That's, you know, the guy that's been playing in there all day, getting pounded around. He has to make that perfect snap back to the punter, because as sure as you could be that the Redskins were going to blitz on that last third down, you can just about be assured that they're going to come on a block on this down, on a punt block.
They have people up there that look like they might be trying to do just exactly that. Rafferty, the snapper, gets it back to Saxon. Saxon aims it for out of bounds. It comes off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds, and it could have been a lot worse. The Redskins get it, and the clock is stopped with 46 seconds remaining. Redskins have no timeouts now left. The way things have happened now, the Cowboys got ahead on 2 field goals by Raphael Septien and then a touchdown to Dorsett. Now here's the Redskins.
This is the one. Remember, Joe Theismann started to scramble to the right, found Clark here in the end zone, and that was the one touchdown that the Redskins have scored all day. I think they'd like to get down into that position to at least try to do that again.
No timeouts remaining. 13-7. Redskins have the ball, their own 26. First down, 46 seconds. Keith Griffin is in the backfield. Theismann back to throw. Gonna have some time. Outside of Monk. He's got it. Monk out of bounds. Everson Walls knocked him out of bounds, but Monk, a gain of 25 just inside Dallas territory. It's not over yet.
This is the thing, you know, you always wonder about these prevent defenses. Why do they get so loose? Why do you give an Art Monk at the end of the game? Why do you give him this much room, that big a cushion, so that Theismann can throw this and let him get out of bounds? You know, that's a tough, and really, you can't play a prevent like this when you only have a 6-point lead.
That's the man they usually look for, number 81, and he's put wide to the left. Clark is wide to the right. Theismann back to throw. He has some time now. He gets away. Jeffcoat lets him go. Jeffcoat had him. That would be his 5th sack of the day. They said he was in the grass.
Now Theismann's trying to line up, get his team lined up, no huddle, calling the plays on the line of scrimmage.
Clock going with just a half minute left to play. Ed Jones is in the backfield, and that'll stop it for a while. Too Tall was there for the handoff in case he wanted to.
Yeah, but that's a tough penalty against the Cowboys, because now the Redskins, they had to not line up. I mean, just line up with no huddle. Now at least the clock will stop. Now they can get back and huddle up.
72.
Matt Haggerty's called so many penalties, he's out of the voice.
Oh, yeah. He can't even talk anymore. But that penalty really hurt the Cowboys, because now, look, the Redskins can regroup, have a nice little huddle, talk about it. They got 5 yards, clock stop, slows everything down. That's an advantage, Redskins.
Second down, 16, 18, 28 seconds left to play, and Theismann back to throw. Jeffcoat again is there. Jim Jeffcoat. Don Smerrick also there. Theismann is down. 6 sacks by the Cowboys, and they haven't done it blitzing. They've done it with the front 4.
Well, and they've done it with one guy in the front 4. I think this guy has all the sacks.
He does.
He has really come to be a force in this league.
Now they stop the clock with 20 seconds remaining. It's third down and 24. The Redskins at their own 37. Cowboys trying to stay even with the Giants, who beat the Rams earlier.
You know, I would...
Excuse me, John.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I would think that I would give McQuaid some help over there.